What's up, everybody? This is the Board Certified Gaming Podcast. We're here again.
Coolest
we are
podcast in my apartment.
still the coolest podcast in Amar's apartment. We're back like we are every week talking about video games. So we're glad you guys are listening to us. If you somehow found us and don't like video games, stick with us. You might enjoy video games after this. You never know.
Probably won't.
I'm Andy.
Most likely.
Well, maybe. I'm Andy, as always, and my co-host is Amar.
Hello.
He's here, and yeah,
In
we're
the
gonna
flesh.
talk about some video game stuff. Plugs. We'll get them out of the way. This is a podcast, obviously, and we have this on multiple places: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. 3 different places that you guys can listen to them.
You can also buy CDs off of me to put into your CD player.
Yeah, we'll have bootleg CDs that you can throw in your car.
Tapes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cassettes.
Put in your Walkman.
Yeah.
I'm also selling Walkmans, $20.
Yeah. Who remembers that stuff? We're old.
Yeah.
But you can find us on those 3 places. Make sure to leave a review and a rating and comment on, what you liked about it, or if you didn't, just let us know. We appreciate any kind of feedback. Hopefully you guys think we're 5 stars and worth every minute. That would be great. Just leave us a review, leave some feedback. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we also have YouTube videos that we play video games and talk during them. It's pretty cool. We also have a Twitter and an Instagram and a Twitch account. Multiple Twitters. We also have a Twitch channel
Instagrams
that we stream video games on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So come hang out with us and talk to us live and in person. We're a lot more interesting live than we are in a recorded podcast or video, we promise you. So come hang out. All right. So today today is a memorial service. We are going to hold a eulogy for our bank accounts, for our wallets, and for our schedules.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes, because we just have so much coming out and so little time and money to afford and play all of this stuff. It is currently the end of August, and every single fall season, tons of shit comes out.
It's last week.
And
September is officially on
watch. Yeah. It's coming.
Sunday. I had to look at my calendar behind me.
Yeah, it's coming.
September 1st is Sunday.
I mean, it's every year we have to deal with this. There's tons of stuff that comes out. Everybody just wants to beat the holiday rush and then have their game available for a bargain on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that other crap. So everybody tries to release their games around September, October, November. And we just have a ton of shit that we have to buy and deal with.
Or
we
game share.
We game share. Yeah, we can just buy one copy.
Or
we stop.
You can buy it for us.
We stop and spend money enriching our lives.
Instead of giving us 5 stars, give us $60 and say, please never do this podcast.
There we go.
And then we just won't tell you to listen to it.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll have $60.
Yeah. If you guys want to buy us these games,
if you want us to stop, give us money.
Yeah. We will pay us to stop and we will stop. But there's just so much stuff coming out. We're going to talk about each and everything that's been out in the last couple days or is going to come out, and what we think about them, why we want them, and what looks cool and what doesn't. And rest in peace, our funds and sources of income, because they are going to be stretched.
Mom, I'm moving back in with you.
Yeah. I'm going to take 3 jobs, and hopefully I need 1.
I was going to say that's too many.
Yeah. But we're excited. We love video games, but it's always this time of year with holidays coming up, because those are expensive. And then we also got to, we want to buy the new games instead of play the 17 we have sitting there that we haven't touched.
Well, yeah, that's just a waste of time.
But who's going to touch those?
We've already, yeah.
I'll get to them.
Somebody
eventually.
will touch them.
I'll get to them eventually.
Who knows? Maybe one day I have kids and they're like, what is this?
I'm
like, Dad's never played it.
Yeah.
I mean, you play it.
I have no idea, but I've only played it for 5 minutes.
Crank it out. Let me know how you like it.
Yeah. So we're going to get into it.
Get into it.
So these came out already.
Yeah.
But they look interesting. And one was WoW Classic, which I have renewed my subscription for, but I am not going to be getting in. No, I did not. Because literally, I was actually watching the Twitch streams of some people like at 3:30, 4 o'clock. So like an hour before the servers were actually live. Or Central Time.
Were they
So
doing menu watch?
they were doing like spreadsheets and stuff to like,
Getting into
okay,
the
so
nitty-gritty.
you're gonna play as this guy. Well, I'm gonna play as this guy. I'm gonna be in this realm, and then I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be Alliance or Horde or something like that. I'm like, fucking nerds. But I was like, I want to be doing that.
Things that you
But,
had no idea
yeah.
when it was 2006. You
Yeah.
just went blind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was my experience. Just like, that looks cool. And from what I heard from South Park, because I watched that South Park before I played World of Warcraft.
Oh,
and I was
really?
like, I wanted something like Stan's character. So I was like,
Loves
yeah,
to spooge.
I'll just be a human. Like, and I was like, Paladin, that's cool. And then I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm a Paladin who can heal and do damage. And then I fell in love with Paladins. But there's so many. It got up to 1.1 million viewers on Twitch for World of Warcraft
Dude,
yesterday.
that thing got big.
It's super big. And the
it got so big to the point that somebody on Reddit posted that they were trying to purchase a digital subscription to renew their WoW subscription online.
And their servers were,
there was a queue.
wow.
They were, I'd have to look it up again.
The system can only handle so many processes.
They were like 200th in line.
It sounds like it's a joke.
No, it was a legit. He showed a screenshot of the site
because there were people posting their queues.
Let me see if I can pull this up.
There were people posting their queues like, oh yeah, I got like a 2-hour queue. Somebody had like a double digit like 40-hour queue or something like that.
So the queue to get into the server, that makes sense. It's a big game. A lot of people are trying to hop in, especially because you're not paying anything extra for it.
I checked like the day before. So I bought my subscription yesterday, like morning, and then streamed like regular WoW because I had some time to do it. And I checked the servers right away. They're all full of like people waiting to play. Like, so they're just sitting in there. Like they got their character reserved and they were waiting in there to play, and just like, I'm going to leave my computer on for an hour. And then as soon as they're live, I'm going to press like enter and they're going to try.
Jesus.
Those are the people, those are the hardcores who like took days off to do this. And I'm like, it got to the point where there were, everybody would, start at the same spot. And there was the same quests that everybody had to do. And there's like, we'll kill this guy. Okay, I killed him. But there's so many people like waiting to kill him that they had to form lines of their characters, like waiting in line and then moving forward a little bit in order to kill the guy.
I saw that. There was somebody posted that on Twitter where there was like these long like lines. I'm like, you're not playing the game. You're
That's
just
how
waiting.
the only way you can progress is by doing quests and then killing stuff, I guess. But like, that's what happened. These people all wanted a quest and they were just waiting in line to kill the guy. And I'm like, imagine being that guy and you just see like a giant line of people in front of you, like, okay, next. Yep, come on, kill me. Like, all right, who's next?
I found the Reddit. While you guys are waiting in line to join the realm, I'm waiting in line at a virtual supermarket to buy a subscription. So you are 242nd in line.
So that's not Blizzard's thing.
No, that is Blizzard's site where you that's who you purchase the subscription.
Oh, well, I thought he was like buying a card from like somewhere else and was like,
he would have had it already.
True.
No problem. Or Amazon would have said it was out of stock.
That's amazing though.
This is literally like, it's the Blizzard site. And he had to wait 19 minutes.
Jesus Christ, just to buy WoW time.
And then, of course, there are some assholes that were like ripping him and why'd you wait till the last minute? I'm like, because who thinks this is going to happen?
There's tons of people that thought I was one of them that was like, yeah, I'll get in. This will be fine.
Due to high demand, you've been placed in an automated queue. Just hang tight in this page. Parentheses, don't close it. Will automatically send you to checkout.
Yeah, I thought.
Imagine your internet shits out after waiting for 20 minutes to buy a digital subscription.
Your computer, like you sat in the queue and your computer like died when you had 5 minutes left because it was left on, or your power went out, or something stupid like that. It's like I would like to try WoW Classic, but I needed a game to play anyway. So I'm like, let me just play regular WoW because that's
retail WoW is
still
fine.
A great game. Yeah. There's going to be less people, so that's dope because everybody's going to be playing Classic. There's millions of people playing Classic.
Well, and that was my thing too, was I got into it post Cataclysm and I was looking at the bug patches where it's like not a bug. It's like, don't report this. This is how it's intended. Yeah. I read through that whole list and I was like, this fucking sucks.
I know. And I
don't know if I want to play it if it's like,
there have been
frustrated.
There have been improvements since, because they were going off of a patch from 2006.
What is it, like 1.12?
Yeah. I think it was Drums of War or something.
Yeah. They're rolling out more content over phases.
They're gonna like add like raids and stuff, which fine, but add more servers.
Is
like,
it
you
just
need them?
after they do this initial rollout, like, is that it? Then it's just like, here, this is how it's going to be forever.
Yeah. Well, they're obviously gonna. I think they have like 5 or 6 phases of updates,
but they're not going to be like,
they're
all
just
right,
gonna add more
here's the
stuff to
Burning
do
Crusade
because
now.
once you get to 60, you're done.
Right, but there's not going to be like, here's Burning Crusade now.
No, I don't think we're going to release expansion for WoW Classic. Maybe
they'll just unlock the ability again.
It's really weird. We've never seen a game do this that had such a big fan base that it's like we're just restarting the game,
right,
while the current game still exists. So because Cataclysm was a big like change, everything changed after Cataclysm. Right. So they technically could like, okay, we're going to release Burning Crusade in like a year or two, and then it's like, okay, now we're just gonna, it's the world, but under Burning Crusade. So we're gonna add Blood Elves and Draenei and all those other people, and then more quests and more raids and stuff, and then the level cap. They could just restart WoW
for just another 15 years,
which is insanity. Because while the current WoW is happening,
because people will play it.
It's nuts.
Yeah,
but I'm fine with getting regular WoW in, and I'm gonna try to get into Classic because I don't remember Classic that well. I started with Burning Crusade.
I'll give Classic a shot, but like I said, when I read through the not a bug list, I was like, I'm gonna get fucking pissed.
And if everybody and their brother is playing it, and it's like you have to literally line up to do quests, that's gonna
that's gonna irritate the shit out of me. At that point, I'm gonna demand my $15
because you have to. It's slow progression. Like they've sped up progression so much because there's so much stuff.
Well,
to
yeah,
do, and
now
made it so much easier.
Well,
to
even
get
when they
XP.
have that free trial where you can go from 1 to 20, you can go from
paying,
level. You can go from level 1 to 20 in like hour, 2 hours, just doing quests.
It was very hard to progress, and then now you have hundreds of people in the same realm because there's only so many realms of, okay, hey, all these people need this quest at the same time.
What's this bullshit about your riding when you can get a mount is at level 40? That was a thing?
It's 40. So and it's super expensive, like super expensive. You need like 5,000 gold for that.
So you're stuck just going to the Flight Masters.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yep. It's so hard to get around, and then like flying mounts have become so cheap and so easy to get. But now it's like, now master riding in current WoW is 5,000 gold. That was like riding. That was like your first mount is, and then the mounts cost like more, like 1,000 something gold. And there's limited ways of getting it.
Play this.
All the people that are like 40 years old that like grew up and it was like the first time they played was 2006. Or 2004 is when it came out, I think.
Maybe I got into WoW at the right time because that sounds like it sucked.
2004, I think, is when it came out.
Right.
Because they're celebrating 15 years.
They're doing this. These are the patches like just before Burning Crusade
because literally the first one is probably not what you want to start with because there's bugs and all this other shit. That they're like, we improved like 2 years later.
Is it graphically still the same too?
I think so. It looks the same.
I saw the specs for it and I'm like, this is an old ass graphics card that it requires.
Yes. And I think they just ported old WoW and just like, here you go, here's what it was back then. We just probably they probably had it enough. The thing is, they're making probably millions of dollars off of this. They just probably had it and like, they got new file
subscribers
somewhere.
Now, so they got people that like stopped subscribing years ago. They're like, well, I'll come back for this.
But they just probably had it on a file somewhere, and they're like, yeah, just go grab it and put it in, and we'll make it live, and here you go.
Done.
Like they didn't probably had it somewhere. Like all the code, we have that somewhere on it.
Once I saw people queuing up in a line for a fucking quest item, I was like, this is not for me.
How many people are doing this? It's insanity.
It's a huge line. The thing that I was kind of confused about was they were all dwarves. I was like, is this just a team of people that pick the same race and
I mean, everybody has their own. There were.
I guess that's the starting area.
Things.
I suppose that's the starting area because the highest level person I saw on the stream was level 7.
Which means that they're all dwarves in the starting dwarf area trying to get the same quest.
Right outside of Iron Forge.
Which is nuts to me. It's nuts how many people wanted to do this. It's nuts how many people were... There was like 500,000 people just sitting, watching people like get ready to play in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, one of my old coworkers literally took the whole week off to fucking play this game.
Yeah, which...
He's got a 7-day weekend from work, including... Labor Day.
The first day you would have had to spend in the queue, like 2-hour wait.
Which is funny with that Reddit thing that I saw because it was like, oh, cool, you're waiting in line just to
buy money to be able to wait in line. Nope. That's you're buying it for the opportunity.
You're waiting in line to buy the subscription, and then you're waiting in line to get into the game. And
then
once you get into the game, you're waiting in line for the quest item.
So WoW came out, and it's a huge game again, which is weird that a game from 2004 is now like one of the bigger games.
I mean, it always kind of has been, but now it's
it lost a lot of people. But like this got a lot of them back. Like so many divorced dads are like now coming back and trying to play World of Warcraft.
My ex-wife
again.
left me.
Yeah.
Now I can go back to the Arathi Highlands.
Yeah, it is nice to see all the like, oh yeah, I played this game and met my wife and all this other crap, and that's cool. But it's like, let me play, like, and
the toxicity between retail WoW fans and classic WoW fans is kind of getting overboard.
Which
though.
I like them both. It's fucking World of Warcraft. It's great. Like it's a fantastic game. No
one
matter
just
when
sucks
you
less
join
than
it.
the other.
Yeah, one has more improvements and more stuff to do. That's it. And the thing that confuses me the most is how all of these new people, like, they're gonna hate it.
Like me.
Yeah, if they've played like even a little bit, they're gonna be like, this kind of sucks. This is really hard.
I think it's really depends on where you came in. If you were post Cataclysm like me,
completely different experience.
Probably gonna fucking hate it.
Completely different experience.
I'll still give it a fair shake, but
yeah, I
guarantee you that I'll pay the $15, play it for a weekend, and then immediately go, all right, I'm gonna start a character in retail. Wow.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just interested to see what their continuous numbers are, because I don't know how long they're keeping this a thing, or if they might just like, we're cutting it.
This is probably going to be like how old school RuneScape is, where
it's a thing.
The only difference is that
less servers and
they're choosing when to release these, whereas old school RuneScape, you have to be a paying member over a certain level, and it's a community vote. So
yeah,
if it's not a majority vote, they scrap the patch. They're like, all right, fine, we're not even implementing this fix. It's nope.
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I still like regular WoW, so I'll still have some WoW to play. But that's just one game that came out that, is already taking some of our money.
I kind of want to play WoW now.
I'm going to play after this is done. The second one that I think you'd be interested in, that's coming out in September 3rd, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
I'm so glad they're finally doing that.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It's Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
It's remastered.
There you go.
That's it.
That's been Final Fantasy.
It's one of the few Final Fantasies from the olden days that they haven't ported or remastered in any sense of the word.
Did they not have any reason to, or are they just like, now we did
they just
7,
never did,
now we did 8?
They skipped 8.
Why?
Because what
Nobody
they did was
it?
No, dude, it was great. And it still is a great game and it holds up, but excuse me. They ported 7 to the PS4 and then they ported 9. Like they just
forgot about 8.
The most recent console that you could play 8 on was a PS3.
Yeah.
But that's for buying the PS1 classic version of Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's remastered in the sense of like the character textures are a little bit more updated. The faces are a lot more clear. All the background shit still kind of looks a little fuzzy. It basically looks like a 1998 game. But the funny thing is that there was a meme going around that is no longer going to be a thing. So there was a part in the game where you're at a ball and the main character Squall is like leaning against something. And one of the characters, Rinoa, I never knew how to pronounce her name.
Yeah.
She would come up to him and she would say, "You're the best looking guy at the ball." But then it would zoom in on his super just fucked up pixelated face.
Yeah.
Because it was 1998 and that's just how the game looked. But now it's like, I think Square or the Final Fantasy Twitter page released the updated meme where it zooms in, but you can actually make out his facial details.
Okay. So he's now actually like an attractive person.
But yeah, now it's like, because that's the whole point of the meme was like,
he's not attractive,
just a deformed face.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, so it's $20, which is not a bad price
PS4,
point.
And Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep, and it's just the same exact game.
Yeah.
It's just updated visuals. So I'm actually really excited to replay that because I have played through that game before. It's a different Final Fantasy than most in terms of like compared to 7 and 9 and hell even 10, 12, where your characters normally learn magic and skills and abilities through character progression.
Yeah.
This one you have to like physically in battle draw the skills. So like you'll draw fire from an enemy and then it'll give you only so many uses before you run out of uses. And then you have to keep drawing it. Yeah. And they have different junctions too, but it's a sweet game. I'm super excited. I don't know if that's going to be one that I'm going to pick up right away.
Well, you said it's $20, so it's like
it's $20, but it's coming out literally the Tuesday before Gears 5.
Which is our next one. Gears 5.
So it's coming out before that, and then like just September is already an absolutely packed month.
Yes,
that I'm like,
Gears 5 though.
That game will go on sale hopefully.
True. You can get it for cheap probably.
If I can get it for even $15. Well, actually I can because I have couple bucks of Nintendo points.
There you go. Yeah, and you can choose which system you want it on too.
I'll probably just go with the Switch, honestly, just for the portability of it. It'll look nicer.
So then now we're going to move on to Gears 5, which is you're super excited about. I am too, but you are a bigger Gears fan than I am from like birth. I joined late. I joined in Gears 2. That's when and
still a good time to join.
I joined Gears 2 when like Gears 3 was like coming out.
Still a very good time to join.
It is very, I know, and it's never too late. But the thing is, I haven't played Gears 4.
You should.
I should.
If you're planning on playing the campaign for 5.
Okay.
Because
it takes off after that?
Yes. Okay. It takes off immediately after. So I guess I won't really go into the specifics.
Yeah,
just in case if you're interested in checking it out, so I don't spoil anything.
I just know that the trilogy was like that, and then this one's like later, like Marcus's kid and all that other stuff.
Yeah. This newer one doesn't necessarily shift towards. 4 was primarily about JD Phoenix and kind of him with Dell and Kate, his 2 friends, and then continuing their adventures. But without spoiling much, the game kind of shifts more towards a narrative about Kate.
Okay.
And that's where 5's picking up.
She's the cover chick.
Yeah, she's on the cover. There's something that happens at the end of 4 that kind of leads into now you got to find out like what's going on with her kind of thing. I would say, it's on the Game Pass. The Gears 4. Give it a download. At least play through the campaign. Yeah. Shit, I'll play through it with you again just for a refresher.
It might help me.
Because otherwise you're going to go into 5 with probably a shit ton of questions.
Yeah. Which, it's not the end of the world, but
I will spoil one thing is Marcus is not dead.
Okay.
So he'll be in the 5th
He's not my favorite character anyway.
That's fine.
I like Baird. He's an asshole.
He's still.
I like
pretty much all of Delta Squad is alive except for Dominic Santiago.
Which rest in peace. Dom.
Pour one out for him.
Yeah, he's the real one.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited that weekend. I'm planning on.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get into the multiplayer because I love Gears of War multiplayer.
You're really good at it.
Well,
You're like.
You can say it again.
Amar is really good at Gears multiplayer. I am not that great. I can hold my own sometimes, but I'm more of a first-person shooter guy.
Yeah, I love Gears, but I'm more excited to crack into the single-player aspect of it, and I don't have to pay $1.
They have some. Yeah, we have Xbox Game Pass, so
Game Pass Ultimate. So I get it the Friday before it comes out. Every dumbass is gonna be sitting outside of a GameStop like, can you wait to play this at 9?
Which we did for Gears 3.
Well, that's because they didn't have Game Pass.
Very true. So thank you to Xbox. We appreciate it.
Thank you to GameStop for letting us camp outside.
That is very true.
And play Gears 2 and Halo in the freezing cold.
I still remember we waited to get Fallout 4 at midnight, but it turns out they were giving them out at 11. So we waited an extra hour for no reason.
Because I remember we drove to the GameStop just down the street from my apartment.
There was no line.
I was like, did you guys not do it? He's like, yeah, everybody was here like an hour ago. I'm like, you gave them copies?
That ain't midnight, bro.
I think they're doing it more in line with like the digital games because everything's being released on Eastern time.
Yeah.
So Xbox, Sony, or Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, all those games.
Because that's
you can play at 11. So I think that's
midnight because there's no later time. There's no later US time zone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it's like Eastern midnight is everyone else is still like hasn't hit midnight, but the earliest has.
I think a part of it too is they're trying not to have GameStop employees be there
which is the Black Friday
now thing. At least from the last time that I went to a midnight release where I was actually there with other people present, they kind of got into the swing of things where you remember from the Gears 3 launch back in 2011 where you would go in with your receipt, they would mark it with a highlighter.
Here you go.
And then boom, once midnight hit, everybody just walks in, grab your shit and go.
Which is smart.
Before it used to be
they reprocessed you every single person.
People had to like go through.
They've been improving,
And these poor guys and girls that were working didn't get out till like 2 a.m,
which sucks.
So,
but we're excited for Gears 5. That'll be a really fun game.
Yeah.
We're going to have hopefully some streams or some videos on it because that's a really fun game that we're going to be playing a lot of.
Yeah.
And looking forward to that. Next one is NBA 2K20 just because I'm a basketball fan and I want to see how good the Bucks are because the last one was made before they were like best team in the East. So this one will be like, I want to see how overrated they are.
I'm going to let you talk. I'm just going to go grab some water. I'm going to take myself a break.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm excited for NBA 2K20, so that'll be good. And I actually forgot one. So there's a game I wanted to play that comes out August 30th called Astral Chain. which is pretty cool. And the whole point of it is you are two people who are in like they're I don't know how to. They simultaneously have like the same attacks, like they are connected. That's what I'm getting from what I've seen, and it looks pretty interesting. Just like have moves coordinated when you are literally chained to another person and you are connected and kicking as much ass as possible.
Oh, it's made by a Platinum game, so it's essentially like I think they're the same team that made Nier Automata, Bayonetta 1 and 2,
which
and
those are pretty good.
I think
games.
they're making 3 now. So it's going to be like essentially the same style as those games. So yeah. I know I got a coworker that's like super excited for that.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, he's got the day off on Friday. What is it, $60 for it?
Probably. It's a Switch game, so I'm not getting my hopes up for it being cheap.
Yeah, that one is going to be.
It just looked interesting to me. I don't know if I'm going to be like, yeah, first day. It's just it looks cool.
I think this is going to be the first year that I'm literally just going to make a wish list.
Yeah,
and just hand it to my family members, and I'll be like, coordinate who's buying what.
Yeah, whatever. Don't get anything else.
And then just fuck my entire month of January up.
Yeah,
like here's 5 games. Everybody buy me just 1 game. I'm good. And then just you won't see me for the month of January.
Yeah. The next game is a big one, which is kind of annoying because it's a week after Gears, and that's Borderlands 3, which we are huge Borderlands fans because it's funny, it's looter shooters, it's a cool art style, it's interesting characters, it's just all around great games, and they're co-op multiplayer, so you can just play with your friends. This one is going to be even crazier. And we're excited.
Do we decide what console we're going?
I think we said.
Did we say Xbox?
I think we said Xbox for Borderlands because you have a bunch more people that want to play that.
I have buddies on PlayStation 2.
Then whatever you want. I'm available for either.
I know. That's the problem.
That's the thing. Yeah,
I'm trying to convince everybody else.
I don't want to have to buy 2 copies.
I don't either.
Yeah, maybe down the line when it's like
eventually. Cheap. Yeah, because I own several copies.
Or
of
if it comes to Game Pass or something.
Well, if it comes to Game Pass, then we just wasted money.
Well, no, but then if we got the PS4 version, then we get the Game Pass version. But Borderlands 3 is going to be good. Like, that looks super good.
I hope it's going to be good. I don't know. I've been kind of...
But it's been a while since 2 came out. I don't count pre-sequel.
I know, but I don't know. I guess maybe it's the hype. Maybe it's my expectations.
It is a little hype.
The last couple games that I've been waiting years for that I finally got to play have left a very, very bad taste in my mouth.
You build up the expectations.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is the most recent one where it was
good?
It was a good game, but I needed it to be great. I waited
for
last game came out 2005, 2006. So I waited nearly 15 years for still a convoluted
building it up
plot.
In your head. Yeah.
And then just here it is.
That was the game.
That's it. It's done. Which Drake Bell is in here. I'm like, what?
So it wasn't a great game? Drake Bell was in it.
I never thought that it'd be so simple, but dude found a way. He found a way.
Well, I mean, it is tough to make a game, period. It's tough to make a great game, and it's also tough to make a third version of a successful franchise and keep it better than the last one.
That's why I hope Borderlands 3 fulfills my I mean, if it's basically Borderlands 2, but
more different guns, different characters.
Yeah, then I'll be happy.
Which it might be. It might just be like, hey, we got to go.
Recently, there have just been games coming out after years that I personally have just been like Shenmue 3 is going to be coming out later this year. That's another game I'm kind of excited for because I played 1 and 2. Shenmue 2 last came out in 2002. So I'm excited for the third one. They did like a Kickstarter campaign where over the course of, I think, only a couple hours, it raised like the money it needed, like over $1 million.
Got a lot of fans.
But that's another one that I'm like, fuck, this is going to disappoint me, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm going to wait almost 20 years and it's going to fucking piss me off.
Well, I know. And we want more, like, I would love a Mass Effect 4 to just have Shepard be there, or like continuing on games that I loved.
Yeah.
But then
not Andromeda.
If they would come out, they probably would not live up to my expectations. And then me in my head, I would be thinking it's better than it actually is because I can't have it be bad, because then it's going to taint my overall experience playing all of the games.
Maybe that's what we need to do, is just taper our expectations.
True.
We should spend the next 2 weeks thinking that Borderlands 3 is going to be fucking horrible.
I just don't think about it. I'm just like, whatever game you're going to give me. I do that for Star Wars movies. These like last 2 and then this next one. I'm just like, whatever you want to give me, fine. I will appreciate the fact that it is a Star Wars and I'll be happy regardless, but I'm not going to think that, oh, well, yeah, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. I know that they hit lightning in a bottle with the first three. They're not going to be the same. They're not going to be as good. It's a completely different time, completely different story.
Right.
All these people weren't alive when the original Star Wars came out. So it's like, temper your expectations, because you don't want to get to the point where you are saying, okay, this isn't good, but I'm still going to think it's good just because I don't want to have that negativity in my head about something that I love.
That's a good point.
So that's,
I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks thinking that Borderlands
just don't think about it.
No, I'm going to think about it, but I'm going to sit there and think that it's complete shit.
Well, yeah, you can do that, or you can just ignore it and just like, whatever game you want to give me, give it to me. Like,
I can't do that, because then that's how I build expectations. I need to talk it down.
That's true. And I need to stop looking at reviews that come out like 2 days before it comes out and stuff like that, because then,
yeah, I think that kills it for me too.
Because I'm like, okay, well, then this person thought it was average. I'm not.
And all it is just another person's like
one
opinion.
person.
Yeah. Like, just because they thought it was average doesn't mean I'm not gonna. I mean, do you know how many fucking people don't like the games that I like?
Yeah,
you know, but I read a review and I'm like, shit, maybe I don't like this because fucking Greg from IGN said I won't.
Tons of people trash like,
fuck you, Greg.
Mass Effect 3, and Greg, come on the pod.
I don't know if there's a Greg on IGN.
I think so, probably. There's
then not the actual.
There's an actual
the Greg. Fake Greg at IGN. Go fuck yourself.
There are games that people are going to hate and people are going to love. That's the thing. That is with everything. You can find someone who loves it and someone who absolutely hates it. We love Borderlands, so I think we're gonna come in with an open mind, but we know what their formula is. We know what's made them successful, and if they just repeat it, like at worst,
like Call of Duty,
then we're gonna be fine. We're pretty easy to please when it comes to Borderlands.
Yeah, and they're not funneling the same game every year to us. So.
Like, as long as you make it kind of different, where it makes me think like, yeah, I'm in the same universe, but a different game. You don't need to radically change everything.
Right.
I mean, every single game doesn't have to be different from the next. Especially if you're in the same universe, like, you kind of have to have some similarities in it. Right. You can't just change everything for the next game, or else it's going to be a completely different game. Yeah. We're going to pick it up regardless. We're going to have fun. Regardless, it takes zero brain power to play Borderlands, and it's an enjoyable experience every time you play it. So I'm excited. And if they just make Borderlands 2 but crazier and more guns and more stuff to do, that sounds great to me. I'm going to pick that up regardless.
Fucking A.
So now we're into the heart of September. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is coming out.
I just discovered that still could be $60.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's a remake.
It is a remake of a game that came out.
It's a full-blown remake.
But that game, paying for that game now is not worth $60.
No, it came out for the Game Boy, and it was like 40.
Yeah.
If that, maybe 50.
For a handheld game.
Yes.
It's like, no, make it 30 at the most.
Nope, it's 60. And the collector's edition's like well over $200.
What do you get with that?
Good question.
Probably
Jamie, can we pull up with the Link's
Probably
Awakening?
Physical stuff. Like, you get a Master Sword letter opener. Or...
I know one of them is, I want to say it's like a tin, but it's the actual Game Boy. Let me find it.
It's going to be like physical garbage, not like actual in-game stuff. There's no way they charge that much. There's no way
it's a remake.
They can't add in-game stuff. It looks cool though. Like, it looks pretty cool in terms of like, this is a game that like the style looks really nice, and I haven't played that game, but I'm sure it was fun. They're all Zelda games. Like,
so the Dreamer Edition, which is just $70, comes with a game and an art book, which is sold out.
Hell no, I'm not paying $10 for an art book.
Why are they not?
You said there's a $100 edition?
Dude, there's like a more than a...
Why?
So it comes with a Game Boy Steel book. Is what, like the
$70 one?
No, it's like the cheapest I can see here is $190 on eBay.
Why? I did not have any experience with this game.
So it comes with like that
steel
book.
Jesus Christ.
And then
just a thing that looks like an old school Game Boy? So this game came out for the original Game Boy, right?
I
think so.
Believe so.
I didn't have any
I never really got like super big into Zelda.
Me neither. I still
Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, original Game Boy 1993.
Okay, so I didn't play that game. So I don't know how big the fan base was clamoring for this or how many people are stoked about it. I'm sure a lot of divorced dads are really going to love this thing. I had original Game Boy, like way after it came out, I had a Game Boy Color and all those other ones, and my parents just were like, "Hey, we had this old Game Boy that we found."
It
And
was
I
the
was like,
fourth
"Cool."
game in the series.
Yeah, because I get that there are Zelda fans. Legend of Zelda is a huge franchise. Breath of the Wild is still fun. I still need to play more of that game. But
I gotta get another copy to replay it.
I don't understand everybody's obsession. I don't think they're that great.
It's hit or miss.
That's my own personal preference.
I loved a lot of the games in the series, but I've also kind of been one of those where I'm like, but people are the same with me with Final Fantasy.
True.
Like, I adore that series, and I've talked to people that are like, Final Fantasy sucks, and I'm like, I will stab you.
I don't really like. I haven't given it a shot.
Well, right, and I don't know.
That's why I don't judge it too much.
The pacing of a lot of the Zelda games for me, it's.
I need more like character development other than just like he's a guy with a sword that's like, hey, you're the only one that can stop this ugly dude.
Listen,
yeah. And this fairy is telling you.
Although I will say, any day of the week, I'm always down to play Wind Waker.
Yeah,
I love
Ocarina of Time is pretty good.
Ocarina of Time was a great one too. I mean, there's a lot. They're
solid.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that I love.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
I guess I'm not. I shouldn't say that I don't like Zelda or I'm not into it. I guess I should say I'm not into Zelda for spin-offs or remakes.
Yeah,
like maybe that's
just
why
to have Zelda in or Link in something.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm not so stoked for Link's Awakening, because it's a remake of a game that I never played, and I'm kind of like I don't really have an interest in playing it, but like I'll check it out.
And I'm not certainly paying $60.
But like a game like Breath of the Wild 2, the sequel, like those I really want to play.
Yeah, if I was given it, just like here you go, here's a $60 gift card, go buy. You have to buy Link's Awakening with it. Sure, I'll buy it. Like it looks interesting enough to play it. It is also a remake of a Game Boy game, which the amount of depth in that was probably not that advanced at the time.
Right.
So if it's just a remake, there's probably not $60 worth of stuff to do. It's just, hey, you played this back in the day. You want to pay $60 to play it in a new bubbly version of it? It's more colorful and stuff. So I don't know.
They're huge games. Like every game, if you look, like damn near every single game that comes out is just critically acclaimed.
Yeah, and I get they're good, and it probably will be good. It's just I'm not as invested into Legend of Zelda games. It just it looked cool, and I know it's a big game.
Although so I thought do definitely think that Breath of the Wild is a phenomenal game.
It is. I haven't played enough to understand its phenomenalness. Plus, I'm not
it's so easy to get lost in that game.
True, and I've skipped a couple Zelda games, so I'm on the outside looking in terms of
I don't understand the like canon story of Zelda, anyways.
Yeah, it's all different. It's some dude's got beef and wants to
play
destroy
Breath of the Wild. I think I got through 2 out of the 3 or 2 out of the 4
areas.
The big ass whatever those things are called.
I have no idea. I haven't been that far enough in that game.
You haven't even been like one of the divine beasts.
Nope.
Oh
yeah, which I know. I need to.
Have you even finished a shrine?
A couple, yeah.
What's a couple as in only 2?
Like 2 5 or 6 probably.
Jesus, Andy.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't been that invested in Zelda's games, and I need to give this one a.
I haven't either, but once I started playing Breath of the Wild, I think it took me like good month before I put it down.
I am not invested from the start. Like I barely played Ocarina of Time when I had it. I know, but I've played it, and it's just Zelda games are not that. They're not hooking me.
I guess.
Which if they don't,
and like I sound hypocritical,
then, they're not going to hook me.
I sound hypocritical because I agree with you in the terms of like I'm not super big into them, but here I am, kind of getting mad that you haven't played all the games. Did you play Wind Waker?
A little bit.
Oh fucking Christ, Andy!
Like I said, I wasn't invested.
Not even Wind Waker.
I played a little bit. GameCube, right?
Yes.
Not really.
Twilight Princess.
A little bit. I had it.
What does a little bit mean?
I get these games because they're Zelda games, and I think they're fun. But
and you played like 5 minutes, and then you just
Twilight Princess was not good. I didn't like it that much. Plus, though, I didn't like the Wii having to play it using the Wii.
What's coming up? But
that's Link's Awakening, which apparently I need to get because I need to get educated. So the next,
no, you just need to play more Breath of the Wild. You can live without Link's Awakening, probably.
I guess. The next one's FIFA 20, which
you already know.
We're gonna get every year because it's FIFA.
Volta. I'm excited for FIFA Street to be basically back in the game.
Yeah, it
did
does
not
sound
play
like
the beta, although I should have.
I'm just interested from the legal nerd standpoint in what loot boxes are gonna do.
Not a damn thing in the US.
Not a damn thing.
I can tell you that.
I'm just
FIFA
saying,
points are still going to be a thing. Ultimate Team is still going to be a scam.
Probably.
I will not pack Ronaldo, even if my life depends on it, and I'm beg every god in the world.
I'm actually having because I have been playing Diamond Dynasty in MLB The Show, and I've been getting a lot of decent players, like just in random packs. So
but
it's
for
like
those kinds of games, though, it's a smaller margin because
there are smaller rosters,
significantly smaller.
Which it's probably easier than Madden. Madden, you get 52 players per team, and there's only 30 teams. Baseball, you can have all of like every single. There's how many people on a roster on a baseball team, plus people in the minors, plus all these other legends and stuff like that. So you can.
But with FIFA,
there's
you got the 20 teams in the Premier League and all their players, and then you've got the other 3 divisions in the English football system, the 2 divisions in the German one, the 2 divisions in the Spanish one. Yeah. Like, hell, they even have Russian players, like from the Russian league.
You get everyone.
Yeah.
So that's why I
can't tell you how many times I pack like a really, really awesome, like I get boards. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be like a 90 plus rated. I'm going to get Gareth Bale, and it's fucking here's Wayne Rooney for DC United. And I'm like, I can't fucking do anything with him.
Yeah. None of my team is in
I make a Premier League team. He fucking doesn't fit in my squad anymore.
Can you give me like 5 years ago, Wayne Rooney? That would be great.
Oh man. I remember one time I got super, super stoked that I like packed a super good player, and I ended up getting like, who the fuck did I get? Like Johnny Evans. Because like at the time his stats were like decent enough for him to get boards, but like still not high enough to be considered a member of my team
player,
other than like, hey, I'm building a gold squad, so this is the best I've got in defense right now.
Still gives you the little bit of dopamine that gambling
it gives me a lot of dopamine. You better believe I'm dropping like $100 on the FIFA points.
I don't want to buy FIFA points. I don't buy Madden points. I don't buy any of that stuff unless I have like money in my account left over from a gift card or something. Then I'm like, all right, fine. I don't want to be stuck with this base team that sucks. And then my Christmas
wish list is going to be, hey, if you don't want to buy me these games, just buy me FIFA points.
Which I might get because you do this every time you buy the deluxe edition. Why?
Because you can play it a couple days early, and then they typically give you a pack.
Yeah,
like a gold pack.
They give you some packs
once a week for like 12 weeks.
Okay, so you get like 12 pretty good packs of stuff.
Yeah, and
which helps
for the most part. You don't every now and then you pack some pretty good players, but for the most part, it's just for the consumables. Yeah. So I just load the fuck up on contracts and shit like that.
Yeah,
which is kind of what disappoints me with how many contract consumables I have in 19 that I cannot carry over to 20.
Could you usually do that?
Nope, you never could. So it's just
they're gone.
When it's gone, it's gone. I mean, I could still go back and play FIFA 17.
And
like Ultimate Team
stacked in contracts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of contracts, and Ronaldo's probably still 1 million coins.
There you go.
I don't know who's still paying that price for a 4-year-old game.
Tons of people. But FIFA is always fun. You are a bigger FIFA fan than I am, but I still get it because it's interesting.
I'm just excited to keep kicking my uncle's ass.
I love the loot boxes in like packing people. That's so like because I collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. I collected Pokemon baseball cards. Like you would open a pack and then you would get some like, oh, who'd I get?
I just wish that the odds were more in my favor.
Or less gambling, or at least I knew.
I don't know how many Marwan Fellaini's I can pack before I throw my PlayStation out the window.
Yeah. So that's FIFA coming out in the end of September.
How much time we got?
We're at 43 minutes.
43?
Yeah, we can go for another 17, make it an hour. Because there's a couple games left.
Yeah.
So the next one, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's the newest Ghost Recon game, which they've kind of tapered off a little bit. Like back in the day, Ghost Recon was awesome. But now it's just like they're trying to come back and make it like a big series again. So they got that guy from The Walking Dead and the guy who played the Punisher.
Like for the Netflix series?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like in the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead?
Yeah, he was like the cop friend.
Yeah.
I forgot his actual name, but he's
Shane in the show.
Yeah,
I don't know
his actual name, but he's like
he played Carlos in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
who is Carlos?
I don't know.
What's up, Carlos?
Yeah, so he's like the face of the game, and it's apparently like pretty like intense. I haven't looked much into it, but I just remember Ghost Recon games being pretty good, and then like Wildlands is apparently pretty successful the last couple of years. That was like the MMO-ish one.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
So that's just, I mean, we're not going to go into that too much. This next one is just for me. Ghostbusters, the video game, remastered. Because
that's coming out too.
I played it for, I I think Xbox 360 back in the day. It was so fun. Like, it was a pretty decent Ghostbusters game.
Is it going to be female Ghostbusters?
No, it's going to be.
I don't want it.
All four. Only female Ghostbusters. That first one is garbage.
I'm not done with that sexist bullshit.
Yeah, but it's just it's a remake and for a Switch, and it was actually coming out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. But I kind of want to get it on Nintendo Switch. There's actually multiplayer for that game. See, Chewy likes it.
Yeah, my cat's just going crazy.
That's just for me. I don't expect. It was a good game. I don't know how successful it was to warrant a remaster, but I mean, people are clamoring for it, and they're like, "Here we go." So I'm ready. I might pick it up. It might be cheap too. It might not be full price.
It'll probably be full price. Let's find out.
I don't know. There's no way. There's no way it's full price. It's got to be like $30 at most.
Ghost.
It's a kind of obscure game, and the Ghostbusters brand can't cost that much money anymore, so they have less money to make up for wanting to license it.
$30.
See, $30. I told you.
Well, that's for the Switch though.
Which I'm fine. If it's $30 for the Switch, that means it's like $20 for the PS4.
No, it's probably 30. Ghost Buckers was what I was about to start typing.
I
would assume it's $30 all across the board.
You get all the same voice actors from the actual Ghostbusters movie. You get to
that's coming in October. First week.
Yep.
You know what else is coming out in October?
What?
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's one I'm waiting on too.
That was not my next one, but that is coming out at the end of October.
Was your next one going to be like Outer Wilds or whatever?
No, but next one was going to be WWE 2K20, just to mention it, because wrestling games are fun.
Yeah.
And just being able to fight.
I'd go halves on a copy and just get drunk.
Yeah. I mean, we could do
make our own
wrestling game. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of it like is kind of breaking the game or like just trying to like figure out how you can mess with it. People like create all these characters, so it's like I can wrestle as SpongeBob or wrestle as God or all these other characters. That's pretty cool. And the thing about me is like I'm not a huge wrestling fan. I'm becoming like a decent wrestling fan because of we watch the WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble every year.
I love me some wrestling.
But
somebody told me I cut a good promo the other day. He's like, "You must watch wrestling." I'm like, "Goddamn right I do."
I just like the wrestling games because I can control it. It's like I can actually win. I can have this guy, and it's like I love this guy.
Like finally, Brock Lesnar's not winning again.
I can beat this dude. It's not like already like, oh, I know who wins, and okay, this is how it's going to happen. Just make it look interesting. I can control who wins. So that was coming out. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which we have a podcast about. That's October 25th. Listen to our podcast where we go all in on that game because we're excited.
Not a podcast. This is the podcast.
No, the last podcast we're talking about.
The last episode.
Fine. We have a separate Call of Duty podcast.
Yeah.
No,
we don't. We exclusively. Well, I mean, we could.
We could. There is enough stuff.
This gun's meta. I don't like it.
The previous episode, so episode number 6, is all Call of Duty Modern Warfare themed, and we just basically talk all about what's coming to it, what's new, and what we think. So I'm not going to go too much into that because we already did for an hour.
Right.
The next one is The Outer Worlds, which is October 25th as well. So that's going to be
Is it really the same day?
Yep, that's going to be a weird day for me. So I'm going to have to figure out which one I'm waiting on. Outer Worlds, if you don't know what that is, I've mentioned it in a couple of videos already. It is...
I mean, there's not really waiting on it. That one comes
that's on Game Pass, so we wouldn't have to pay for it. So that's what's... I don't know what my decision is going to be.
That one you can probably do what I'm going to be doing with Gears and Borderlands, where Borderlands and Outer Wilds is like your primary that you're playing. Outer
Wilds is the space exploration game that is about camping.
Outer
Worlds.
Yes. Outer Worlds can be the one that you primarily play. Like Borderlands will be for me, and then every now and then when you want to queue up,
But Call of Duty, and I'm gonna have Gears. Like I'm gonna have some of these games, and then try to like, oh yeah, Outer Worlds is out. But Outer Worlds is made by the same guys that made Fallout New Vegas. And this is basically like
Obsidian. I think.
Yeah, Obsidian. Yep. They're basically saying this isn't a Fallout game, but it's really a Fallout game.
It's Fallout New Vegas.
It's Fallout in space, basically, where it's like there's corporations and different companies, and like they're ruling the entire planets, and then people are like, oh, I'm loyal to this company, and then they got beef and all this other stuff. And it's basically the same shooting mechanics, same like dialogue options. Like you get 4 options.
Will there be space gambling?
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh boy.
But it's basically Fallout in space, which we're huge suckers for Fallout games. And
space.
After Fallout 76, we're clamoring for another one. So this has the potential to be what Fallout 76 was supposed to be. Maybe.
No.
Well, I'm just saying that they're adding NPCs to Fallout 76 and just trying to basically
so they're
make
fucking
it,
doing that
basically
now.
making Fallout 76 a Fallout game.
Because maybe then I will buy it.
Nobody liked it when it came out.
Nope.
I was a first day Fallout 76 person, and it was okay.
I canceled my pre-order so fast once I played that beta. I was like, no.
But now they're adding NPCs. Now they add more stuff to do, so it's okay. It's they pulled a No Man's Sky where they're just like, we changed fundamentally what this game was about.
I regret.
Made it palatable.
Listening to the hype.
But Outer Worlds will be fun. I'm interested because I love a good RPG where your dialogue options matter and what you say has some kind of impact on people, and you got to have cool companions that travel with you and also kick ass at the same time. And Obsidian knows what they're doing.
Bang some space chicks.
Yeah. Obsidian knows what they're doing, so I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, they're good. They're good
they
people
know,
over there.
They're going to make some good stuff. But now we're into Luigi's Mansion 3, which I'm super pumped about because you're not pumped about it?
I mean, yeah.
I didn't play the second one because I didn't have a DS. I think it was on.
Yeah.
But
3DS.
The OG Luigi's Mansion is one of the best games of all time. Luigi, I'm going to go on a little diatribe here. Luigi is my guy. Yeah. He's the best. Like
it's nice to get
Mario
some screen time for
sucks because
he can't keep track of Peach ever.
He like, dude, just settle down with her.
Or break up with her.
Move.
Because she's clearly toxic.
Like, this dude is coming after her all the time. Like, just move. Like,
but Luigi is such a bro.
He is.
The whole point of Luigi's Mansion is you're looking for Mario.
He's terrified that whole entire time.
Yeah.
But he does it anyway. He's like, I got to go in there and get my brother. Because he's my brother.
It's going down.
Yeah.
It's a fucking me.
So he looks into the eyes of fear and danger.
And says, just, let's go.
And goes in there anyway.
Just balls deep.
Where's Mario? I'm getting his ass out of here.
He is a modern day Rambo.
And then I'm going to buy a house. And then, because after that game, you get a house. You get whatever property. He's trying to make some money. He's trying to get Daisy in there. Boom.
I'm fucking stoked now.
Me too.
Never mind.
And I like that it's co-op now.
So
it's co-op.
So then what? One person plays Luigi and the other person plays
Gooigi.
Ah,
that's the goo version of Luigi that comes out of the vacuum after you suck up a bunch of ghosts, and he can help you like open doors and stuff that need like two people. But you can also he's an ectoplasm version of Luigi, pretty much. Ghost cum, yeah. But it's in the shape of Luigi.
And this game's rated E?
Yes. You are in a haunted hotel, so there's like different rooms on each floor and stuff. It's really cool. I'm excited, and it's for the Switch, which means you're gonna have like, if you can play that on the road. That would be awesome. If you could take Luigi's Mansion OG mobile, absolutely. I would play that on the Switch all day.
Dude, I'm still waiting for them to announce like more stuff other than just NES games.
Yeah.
Like I want GameCube games.
That would be awesome.
If I got GameCube games on there, I probably would never play any other console.
So many were good. It's like, just make them again.
Yeah.
Just put them there. The platform is there for you to do it. So that's Luigi's Mansion 3. This next one you can talk about because you probably know more about the new ones than I do. Pokemon Sword and Shield. We're into November now. So that's November 15th.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like I said, September, October, November is just a...
I mean, there's not a whole lot to say right now just because of the fact that what's already out there is out there.
But
that's definitely going to be an episode like in November.
You've played more of the recently like newer Pokemon games. I stopped at like Leaf Green. It's been a while.
That sucks for you.
It's been a while. Just because I'm a purist, I guess. Like
I suppose.
I stuck with the regular Pokemon, and I enjoyed the classic 150. And then I was like, okay, so these new ones with, I think it was Gold and Silver, and then like Ruby and Sapphire added some. And then I was like, okay, that's enough Pokemon for me to keep track of and like have my favorites and have ones that I like playing with. I don't want to add all these new ones with all these like Sun and Moon, Black and White, Shit and P.
Well, this one is just going to have whatever in the Galar region, and it's like, that's it.
Okay.
So there's no getting Pokemon from previous. There's no national decks.
But I'm saying
it's just regional.
I guess. And it just having we have one set of Pokemon, that's it. These are all new. Like, come learn about them. That's fine. But it's like, I'm always going to want to know, well, hey, where's the other ones? I want to play as the other ones too, because I like them so much.
Yeah, I mean, this one is just strictly just going to be a regional decks. They're going to have giant Pokemon stuff.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Like I said, I'm going to be picking that up day one. we're going to do an episode in November that I'm going to probably spend a good 40 minutes talking about the fucking game anyways.
Yeah, because it looks good. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's going to be great.
And it's for the Switch. The other ones were for devices that I didn't have.
This is the first.
There's been a.
This is the first mainline generation game for the Switch for a Nintendo home console, actually, because they've all
been on DS, which
they've all been DS. They've had spin-offs like on the GameCube, like Pokemon Coliseum and stuff like that, but
which I played,
and XD Guild of Darkness. Nope. I can't recall any for the Wii or the Wii U, but
there might have been,
besides like Pokken Tournament.
There might have been,
but there were no mainline games.
This is a legit Switch new Pokemon game.
Yeah, first one for the home consoles.
It might be a reason why I get it, because now I can actually get it and I don't have to get like a 3DS or a 2DS to get it. So I might give it a shot. And I like
Switch the portability.
I liked the gameplay mechanics of Let's Go. And that's like a big thing where you're just like traveling with everything looks that way.
Yeah.
Is it the same where the Pokemon come up in the grass?
I believe so. I believe it's
where they don't just like, hey.
I believe you can still see them.
Okay, because I liked that. I liked seeing what was there. And I didn't really like the whole Pokemon Go catching mechanic.
Yeah.
But eventually I got used to it.
They're not going to do that anymore.
Which I'm completely fine with.
Yeah. Keep talking. I got to get my fucking cat here. We should try to wrap this up soon.
We should. The last one I want to talk about is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It looks pretty good because it's a Star Wars game that EA hopefully doesn't screw up. Because they've been screwing it up. They need to lose their license like yesterday, just because every single Star Wars game that has come out in the last, couple years has been okay to bad, or they've canceled it. So Battlefront was not that great. Battlefront 2 was a little bit better, but still not that great. And then they just canceled every other game. When back in 2008, 2007, they were just pumping out good Star Wars games, Star Wars Lego games, just like Bounty Hunter, Pod Racers, all these other things that are just like, hell yeah, Star Wars games that are.
Which aren't they remaking Lego Star Wars?
They're Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know when that comes out. That's not in. I don't think this year, but that'll be good because Lego Star Wars games can do no wrong.
Yeah, that's set for 2020.
That's next year. Yeah,
and that's going to be episodes.
That's everything.
7, 8, and 9.
That's 1 through 9.
1 through 9.
That's the whole Skywalker Saga, like the whole of it. That's why I'm like, I think it's going to be the last Lego Star Wars game.
That's unfortunate,
but
worth it.
9 movies worth of Lego. That's dope.
That's a lot of Lego.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is interesting just because it looks promising. EA always has a way to screw this up, but it's not a multiplayer game. There's going to be no loot boxes. It's like a brand new. It's story. It's a brand new story. There are lightsabers. There are stormtroopers that you can kill. You cannot chop their arms off or chop any limbs off. Lightsabers just like knock them down, which, I mean, come on. It's a lightsaber, not like a baseball bat.
Right.
But that's the only thing I'm like, really? They couldn't just have like an arm come off? Like lightsabers cauterize the wound, so it's not like there's going to be any blood. So it's like, just do it. But I'm excited for that just because it's a Star Wars game and EA has limited options to screw it up. They still might.
No, they don't.
They still might.
They'll find a way.
They find a way. EA always finds a way. But hopefully this one they don't mess up and it's still Star Wars. And it's a great Star Wars game that we can take until they lose their license because they're not going to get it renewed. And then they're just going to here's another game. But
Disney will still give them money.
I doubt it.
They've
come out with like
part of Disney?
No.
I thought it was for some reason.
No. They have to license Star Wars.
Yeah.
If EA was part of Disney, they wouldn't have to license Star Wars. But I just hope they lose their license just so it's someone else. So they can go to each individual like publisher or developer and say, hey, can you make a Star Wars game? That's a cool idea. Let's do it. Instead of like EA, we don't want to do that. We're going to do it our way. And then we're going to try to find loot boxes in this and try to make as much money as possible. It's just ridiculous. But those are the games that are coming out from now until November, middle of November.
And there's still more.
And there's probably more. I didn't mention Doom Eternal, but I don't know much about that other than it's another Doom game where you go and kill shit. That's basically Doom. You kill a bunch of demons to metal music.
Pretty much.
How can you go wrong? But tons of stuff coming out from now to November. Our wallets are going to be spent. Our energy is going to be spent. Our relationships are going to be tested. Our bank account is going to be dust.
Mortgage is going to be late.
Yeah. We're going to take how many, sick days or miss how many family events just because there's so many video games coming out. We're hopefully going to provide content for you guys in terms of us talking about them on the podcast, us putting videos together with some gameplay or opinions or thoughts on reviews and stuff like that, or streaming it on Twitch and you guys can watch us play live. We're going to try to get a drunk stream. Sounds pretty cool, but
we did that once with RuneScape.
Yeah, we might do it again. You never know. But follow all the accounts you can. Board Certified Gaming,
and we know
everywhere.
You can follow them all. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, you have Twitter and Instagram. Don't think we can't see you.
You have the ability to make another one. I know you got a burner account.
But follow the Twitch, the Instagram, the Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also give us a review on this podcast. If you did enjoy it, give us 5 stars because we're worth it.
All 5?
All 5.
All 5.
We've earned every single star.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's
our 5 best rappers in the world.
Hell yeah.
Dylon. Because I spit hot fire.
But that's our podcast for today. We will see you for this week. We will see you next week.
Hell, for this month, if this is the only one you can listen to.
Yeah.
At that point, organize your fucking life.
Yeah. Put some reviews on there and then we'll give you one next week.
Put some respect on the reviews board.
We will see you guys next week. I'm Andy. That's Amar, as always.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Yeah, I gotta go yell at my cat now.
I'm gonna go help
chewing on cords.
And I'm gonna go sell my kidneys to get some money.
Good idea. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
You could have tons of. You only need one. So.
I mean, do you really need both though?
No, I mean, if you want to pee regularly.
I mean, that's such. Yeah. I don't have to pee all the time.
Kidneys are such a 2010
I can wear
thing.
A bag.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you know.
But
all right,
we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Have a good one.
I'm very